I just discovered something that I had written back in September of 2012 that had become lost in the midst of all the many things that I have received. And I realized that I couldn't begin to understand it then, and so it just got put away. But as things do appear to us when it is the now, for them to be shared, this appeared to me. And I will read it now. My mind swept through reality after reality as if I was searching for something or someone. It was as if I was in a holocaust, running a holographic reality within my own mind. I knew that I was creating this experience, as I could hear the Arcturians reminding me that I was the creator of my life. I was recovering realities that I had created. I was a Palladian at first, but as my resistance to this experience diminished, I fully surrendered to my process. I saw realities in which humans, Antareans, Syrians, Chalcedians, Lemurians, and Atlanteans were all working in a unity consciousness to assist Gaia. These great beings were all there, and I know that was what I was searching for. However, in the reality that I thought I was in, Atlantis had not happened, nor had many of the timelines within my third-dimensional memory. Within this realization, I switched into a reality that I'd never heard of, called Earth. However, once the reality came into my imagination mind and consciousness, I was there within that timeline. For an instant, I was in a completely different timeline. Then I began to randomly shift through realities in different timelines, which I had never known existed before this vision. What could be the point of this vision, I thought, and I heard the Arcturians say, "Be careful." What was I to be careful about? And then I found out. The worlds began to course through my mind, faster and faster, until they all blended into one, I guess I would have to say, a fountain. The reality shifted so fast that they formed interconnected circles, which moved deeper and deeper into my core. My core. It felt like my core was filled with light, but actually it was more light than I could contain. I felt a sudden eruption as if a fountain had been turned on, and many lives joined into one force of energy and rushed up my core like an erupting volcano, and it flowed up through my crown like a huge fountain of light. The light spray from the core rushed out in all directions. I could see the higher and higher frequencies of reality as brilliant images of many possible parallel and alternate worlds began to take a semblance of form. Then suddenly, everything stopped. The images froze in place, and all the worlds stopped their rotation. All the images were completely still, except for the image of myself. However, this image was without form. It was the image of a swirling energy field, filled with myriad images. I moved from image to image, observing. Wars stopped, and bombs in midair, parades of marches with one foot on the ground. Starship stopped in space with everyone and everything frozen in place. What happened? I asked. The invisible Arcturian said, "You have left time." To my surprise, I totally understood that concept. The world was still because there was no time to move the inhabitants from place to place. I peeked into many realities and realized that they were moving, but so slowly to me that I had to observe them for a long quote-unquote time to watch one step being taken. I looked down to see my still body being surrounded by myriad bubbles of reality that floated through the streams of light flowing from my core. I decided to enter one of these streams and found myself inside six-dimensional creatures who preferred to live within the light network of the mothership. In fact, they had much to do with the ship being alive, for their six-dimensional energy field was always moving and enlightening the life force of the ship. The six dimensionals are the epitome of collective consciousness. For a flash of the now, I experienced the unity consciousness of being a six-dimensional being. And then I was awake, or I was awake when I was asleep. As I slowly awakened, I heard, "Listen to the quiet as it floats throughout the air. Listen to the quiet. You can hear it everywhere. Listen to the quiet. It will take you if you dare. Once you listen to the quiet, it's a message you can share. The quiet will remain inside the moment your heart hears it. It's fine to do. It's yours to take. There is no need to fear it. The quiet is a force. It is the core of life and love. It is a part of deep inside and comes from far above. If you listen to the quiet, you will find there's much to say. If you hear the quiet deep inside, it will take the stress away. When the stress is gone, you can hear the you, the one who lives inside. That one is there each time you laugh and holds you when you cry. If you listen to the quiet, you find it is within you. The quiet is the still, small voice that tells you what you can do. It will tell you how to listen and to understand the reason. All life must have a certain flow, and each moment has a season. The season of your longing for the self you felt you've lost when you took the path that was not you, and now you feel so lost. But as you flow into the nowhere within your heart and mind, you may find that you are happy with the mystery you will find. Then, as the captain of your life, you will live within the now, to surrender all your questions as you will remember how to be the one you are as you assist dear Gaia to be a star.